Welcome back everyone, this is MandoAllDay, back with another video, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Batman with battle damage. This is from the Dark Knight's middle storyline or era. As always, we're going to be taking a look at itself in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth your purchase or not. But before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to support the channel, to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So let's take a look at the figure. Now as you can see, yes, I did pay $10 for this figure. As you can see right there in the top right, 10 bucks. And I'll have a link of the video I made where I got this figure, including others, for a really good price. So for 10 bucks, let's see if it's actually worth the purchase. So this is the front of the box looks like. The side. The back. The other side. Top. And bottom. Alright, now let's take a look at the figure with the accessories. As always, you do come with a card. So this is the front of the card looks like. The back of the card. And it does come with two axes, which they look identical. Yeah, they're pretty much identical. Although actually no, it's a little different. This is one. Pretty simple. Hopefully my camera can pick it up. There you go. Simple, clean design, right? The handle. And then the second one, right here. Similar design, the only difference is one has top piece. See that? And it comes with a regular stand. So let's take a look at this figure. Let me put the stand down. Head sculpture. I gotta say, very clean, very basic head sculpture. There's really not much to it, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, so not much to the head sculpture, but again, yeah, there's not really much to it, I'll be honest. The paint, I like the white eyes. I'm a sucker for white eyes. I do like the grin on his face and a little bit here of the damage or blood. So head sculpture, I gotta say, unfortunately, there's not much to it, and it's plain, whatever. Articulation is pretty good though, I gotta admit that. But everything else, again, in terms of the head sculpture and paint, it's just very plain. It's like, okay, it's doable. That grin I do like. Not much to it, but articulation's good. Let's take a look at the shoulder articulation. I have to be careful because this is an older figure. It's very limited because of the cape, as you can see there. Yeah, there you go. So you get limited articulation on the shoulder because, again, like I said, it's on the cape. But let's take a look at the... Come on, put the hands down. There we go. It's a pretty stiff figure. Bicep articulation, it's good. Elbows, good. Wrist, they do move. I don't know if they swivel because it's an older figure. I mean, they bend or not, so I don't think so. No. So articulation on the arms is good. Now let's take a look at that paint, though. I gotta say right away, that Batman looks really good on this chest. Looks really good. It just pops. Even with that yellow and black, looks really good. I like how it's a little bit dented on there too. So you can see that right there. Not dented, but damage to it. Very, very cool. Even also too on his body as well too. Right there. A little bit on the bicep. Right here as well too. I do like the paint that's red. I do like how it's a little bit of fade. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a bright gray and then a little bit of dark gray here on his arm, bicep. Overall, very simple, clean little design on this figure. Wow, articulation and torso is really good. Look at that. Really good. So I gotta say, gotta look at the main thing, the cape. I dig the cape. I really, really, really like this cape. It looks just damaged and just beat up. And the highlight of it is gonna be that paint, that purple. Because with that purple in the back, it just looks really, really good. And it pops very, very, very well. And I dig the purple cape. And I dig the whole, how it's kind of ripped up here. You see that? And also, too, what I like, it's not just straight back. It's kind of like a swish to it, if you can see that. That looks really, really, really cool. It gives it that extra look to it. I was just kind of like on one side. And I dig it. So, overall, here, let's take a look at the gauntlets. Sorry. And the gauntlets have like a weird textured basketball kind of feel to it, if that makes any sense. So, overall, the upper body, again, the head sculpture, it's kind of a disappointment. Not much to it. Upper body, it's good. It's doable, but the highlights are that cape and that Batman logo, because again, that yellow looks really good with the black. Now let's take a look at the belt. The belt, very cool, very cool design. I do like the yellow and black, and also too, even the belt has a little bit of damage to it on there too. So, and it's all across as well too. So overall, there's a little bit of design there. And look at that muscle right there. So overall, the upper body belt, clean, simple, not much to it. Let's take a look at the legs. Good. Good. Right there. Ankles. Good. You can tell very classic McFarlane. Look at that. Toes. Good. So overall, leg articulation, it's good. In terms of the sculpture and paint, very simple design paint. In terms of the sculpture, there's not much to it, to be honest with you. The same kind of texture design that's on the upper body and biceps, it's on here on the inner thighs as well. Obviously, the battle damage, because you see a little bit of the scars and blood. Obviously, his right leg is definitely severely damaged, right? But overall, there's not much to it. It's not a bad figure. It's just there, if that makes any sense. And I think it's a cool figure. Now, the main question is this worth your purchase? I think yes and no, in my opinion. And let me break it down. I would say yes for the price that I paid for. And if I can put this thing on here, there we go. Hopefully it doesn't fall. And he's going to fall. Okay, please don't fall. You probably will. Okay, so the main question, is it worth your purchase? I got to say, I think it is if you get a deal on it. I paid for, I think I paid 8 or 10. Yeah, I paid $10 right there. You see that? I paid $10. And I think for $10 for this figure, heck yeah, this is a really good figure for $10. Now, is it worth your purchase for regular price of $20? It really depends. And I'll break it down like this. If you're unable to purchase the Merciless Build-A-Figure, because this version, I believe this is a Target exclusive. I could be wrong. But there's two versions of this figure. There's one that's regular. It looks identical, but it doesn't have the battle damage. Obviously, the red blood. And I believe the cape is black instead of purple. And that one, you do need it for the Merciless Build-A-Figure. But that one's very, very hard to get because everyone wanted the Merciless Build-A-Figure wave. So if you can get a hands on that, then I would go for that one because you get that Build-A-Figure. But if not, if you're unable to get that one, I think this is a good alternative. You just don't get that Build-A-Figure. Again, it's not a bad figure. It looks cool, but there's not much to it. Head sculpture, plain, simple, just whatever. Arms look cool, but not much to it. The legs, same thing. The biggest standout for me is going to be that cape, that purple, and obviously the black and yellow. Other than that, it is what it is. And again, it's worth your purchase for $20. Sure. If you can get it cheaper, even better. I paid $10. Heck yes, for $10. Definitely a must buy. And overall, I think it's a cool figure to have in your DC Multiverse collection. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me on this figure? Do you plan on purchasing this figure? Or did you already purchase this figure? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to support the channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So it includes an overview of Batman with battle damage from the Dark Knight's Heavy Metal Midnight cover edition or Dark Knight's Metal storyline. And on to the next one.